Widely regarded as the black sheep of the franchise, this $42 million sports drama still managed to earn $120 million after its November 1990 release. Sylvester Stallone returns with another new script, and of course as the title character, but he handed back the directing responsibilities to John G. Avildsen, who helmed the original picture 14 years earlier. Reluctantly retired from boxing due to medical dangers, Rocky takes on a new protégé while his family struggles with bankruptcy. After all, with 4 movies of underdog victories and successes, how do you convince audiences that the people's champion is still somehow worth rooting for? Easy. You tear him down and make him start over from scratch. Despite some glaring continuity issues, like Rocky coming home to an entirely different mansion and a son who is 5 years older, this 104-minute film actually starts off particularly strong. The reverse parallel of Rocky's ascent in the earlier pictures is poignant and well handled, like when Stallone and Talia Shire reminisce over their old clothes, some of their only possessions following an estate auction.
Yo, Adrian! Did we ever leave this place?
I don't know!
Hey, mind if I talk to you now?
My head's a little busy right now.
A newly filmed flashback sequence with Burgess Meredith is also a very strong addition that nicely fills in some of the backstory to his character's motivation for originally training the Italian stallion. He confesses in this emotional monologue, "I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more." Rocky, however, seems to have regressed in intelligence, speaking with an even more pronounced, slower, and dumber vocabulary. Sly's real-life son Sage Stallone joins the cast as Rocky Jr., and this father-son relationship allows for some effective domestic drama, fitting with the Rocky mythos, as Sage learns to stand up for himself even when others don't believe in him. Despite some extremely questionable 90s-era earrings, the younger Stallone does an above-average job playing opposite his father. Speaking of regrettable period-specific choices, the funky hip-hop and swing beat soundtrack dates this picture badly, as an urbanized version of Gonna Fly Now is not what this picture needed to stay relevant. But a questionable wardrobe and bad music aren't nearly as problematic as the more blatant issues with the script. There are 2 critical flaws with the narrative. First, Rocky's new trainee is shown to be a hard-working, talented, and generally polite individual, but all of the characters around him continually question his heart. It might sound like a superficial way to judge someone, but ultimately the film never adequately illustrates why this young fighter shouldn't be trusted. So when he does eventually betray his mentor, the audience is left asking, why? While Burt Young's character effectively says, I told you so. The second big mistake is constantly setting up Rocky's potential brain damage, only to completely ignore this consequence in the picture's climactic street brawl. This is filmmaking 101. Don't set something up if you don't intend to pay it off. Reportedly, the original ending would have seen the title character getting killed, but Stallone eventually decided against it. He just never adjusted the rest of the script to match. The only Rocky film not to feature a training montage, there's definitely a loss of familiarity with this picture. And for 16 years it stood as the presumed ending to the series, which explains its poor reception with audiences. But when you know there's still another chapter waiting, this picture's disappointing finish stings a lot less. Rocky V undoubtedly marks the low point in this series, but there's still a lot of enjoyable and moving material here for all Rocky fans. Those wanting entertaining boxing, however, need not apply. I thought it was an alright film.